Hello ladies and gentlemen, the topic of this video will be, do narcissists get worse with time or do they get better? In other words, the second time around dealing with the narcissist, will they actually get worse? Will it stay the same or do they get better? Will it be better the next time around? So ladies and gentlemen, the answer to that is no. The narcissists don't get better with time. The narcissists get worse with time. So if you're dealing with a narcissist and after the first time you dealt with them, say like in a romantic relationship, and this is with any relationship, friendship, partnership, business, anything, like the first time around, they will be who you first see as to what they want you to believe. The false image, the persona, the facade, the false image that they portray at the beginning during the love bombing phase, when they idealize you, love bomb you. No, idealize the second stage, but the first stage and stuff like that. So they just want you to believe that they this cool person, an awesome person. That's at the beginning, but then after that, then that's when you find out the real them, which is the false image and the false self. So once you've seen that person, then that's for you to understand, like, that's not that person. At the end, you're gonna see the narcissist for them true self, which is this no good, selfish, nasty, evil person. So once you see that side, then that's just it. That's just who the narcissist is. So the second time around, once you meet the narcissist or deal with them again, say like you're in a romantic relationship with them. First, they'll love bomb you. They'll make you seem like this awesome, wonderful person, right? And then after that, they will, well, yeah, idealize. I messed that up last time. I said that wasn't no good. But yeah, they idealize you, love bomb you. You're this wonderful person, put you on this big pedestal. That's the first stage. Then the second stage, they devalue you. Make you feel worthless, unworthy, blase, blase. Then the third phase is they discard you, right? So once they discard you, then, after that, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but most times they do. They try to get you back, which is called hoovering. They try to suck you back in to that toxic, nasty, evil relationship, to even deal with them, to be around them. So what they would do is they will go back to, hoovering you. That just popped up out of nowhere. They will go back to hoovering you. So it's the second stage. They'll go back to hoovering you, which I did a video on. Check this out. Is hoovering is just hoovering is a watered down version of love bombing, because it's the same thing. It's just that they sucking you back in. You've been there before, it was over, now they're trying to get you back there. You get what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is, but that's what it's called, and so you will go back, and then they will do that love bombing again, but we call it hoovering, and it'll just be the same. It'll just be worse. They bringing you back into the same mess and the same dysfunction and the same nasty toxicness. They bringing you back to there. They're just gonna play nice again, but they will be less nice and less kinder to you. Because the first time that they get you is exciting for them. It's like a kid, and this is how they think, and this is how they see supply. This is how they see people. Us people, to narcissists, we only supply to them. We're not even human or people to them. We're just supply. We just objects to them. So, and they think like kids, and they see it in the kid form. So it's like when the kid go to the toy store and they see all these toys, they excited and they want all these toys. And the more they see them, the more they want it. And they'll beg and cry and plead with their parents. I want this toy. I want to get it. Buy it. How can I get it? What can I do? I want it. And they'll do anything, and they'll keep going on until they actually get it. And so that's what it is when a narcissist meets you for the first time and see you as good supply. You're like a toy to them. You're an object. They can have fun and use and play with for playtime. So And then once they get you, it's so exciting, and then blase, blase. See, once you're first dealing with the narcissist, they use you all up. Like, for the first time of dealing with them, they use you all up, you know, and see everything that you can do, can't do, and they learn everything about you. Just like a kid with his toy for the first time. You know, that's that toy that he gonna play with, and he or she gonna play with and use up and find everything it's gonna do. Abuse it, break it, blase, blase. That's the same thing with the narcissist. So now once they got through with you and had enough of you, and they discard you, or sometimes we might discard them, then the second time around, they already know everything about us. So they're not as excited, enthusiastic as to the first time. Just like as us, you know, kids, and when we was kids, the toy that we already had and used up, we not as excited to use it, you know, especially when we got this other toy, a new toy, or when we even just play with it again. It's not the same as when we first got it. It's not the same. It's like the excitement is gone because we already had it. We already done used it up. We already done seen what it's about. We already seen, you know, everything about it. We already done had our fun with it. So the second time playing with it, we can have fun with it, but it's just when, you know, we haven't played with it in a while. You know, we'll use it again just to play with it because we liked it and got it for some reason in the first place anyway. But it's just not that exciting. Plus, we done know everything about it. So nothing is new to us about it. We'll just play with it and use it again for whatever reason that we liked it before. But it's not going to be as exciting and great as the first time. And this with narcissists. This is why it gets worse with time with them, especially too because narcissists don't respect people, and they don't really care people and don't like people anyway. So that's another thing. They don't respect you. So, and they don't got no love and no empathy for nobody, you know. So this is why when you deal with a narcissist for the second time, the hoovering, like I said, is a watered down version of love bombing. It's not that much as it was before, as you notice. Like when they try to get you back for another time, it's not as hard. It's not that exciting. It's not that much. It's just, you know, they just trying, you know, but it's never going to be as the first time, you know. But the second time, you know, they will go hard, but it's never going to be to the amount of when it was the first time when they was trying to get you. That's going to be different. So, and that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons of why that happens, is because narcissists don't get better with time, they get worse. And that's the main reason. Narcissists don't get better with time, narcissists get worse with time. You know, they don't change. And the thing about that is because as you get older with life, you're supposed to learn certain things for later on in life and for your future. The narcissists don't think how we think and see things the way the world see things. They see things a whole totally different, opposite way. So this is why they get worse with time, because the things they're supposed to change, they didn't change. The way they're supposed to see things and see the world and see life, they still don't change. They still didn't fix it. So that will cause one to, as they get older, for their life just to get worse and worse, and for them to get worse and worse. Because they, after all these years, they keep being evil, nasty, seeing things negative, and still being toxic people. So their life just get worse and worse. They become worse and worse with time. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the answer. The narcissists only get worse with time in life and with relationships on any level, any aspect, any way, who, how, what, where, when. They just get worse with time. The relationship will get worse. Things just become watered down with them because they already had you. You know, it's just like let me give you an example. Like this last narcissist, well, not the last one, but the one narcissist I dealt with for many years. Every time I dealt with her, it would get worse. Every time she would discard me or I would stop dealing with her, every time her attempt to get me back would just get, you know, weaker, you know, less enthusiastic about it, and the relationship will get worse. The more harm and the more danger she would try to cause towards me, the more she would try to get me in trouble, the more she will make me mad, the more I would be miserable, the more I'll be unhappy, the more she would betray me, stab me in the back, the more she would just cheat and do whatever she wanted to do. The more I dealt with her, every time it got worse and worse. She became worse and worse. The relationship came worse and worse. It helped my life to become worse. You know, it made me almost become the worstest person ever. You know, dealing with them, that toxic negative energy of dealing with a narcissist and all that drama, that black cloud, that black dark demonic energy that affects you and your life and your health. It made my health worse. You know, so yes, narcissist gets worse with time. So you dealing with a narcissist, you know, the relationship with them will get worse. They will treat you more worse. Every time that you deal with them after the breakup, the discard, it'll get worse and worse. Then the less enthusiastic they will be to get you back. Because like I said, they not as much enthusiastic to be in that relationship for the first time that, you know, they done been there before. They don't use you up. It's kind of like the kid with a toy. Us, you know, when we was kids and kids nowadays, when you get something, when you get a new toy, like it's the first time having that toy. It's awesome. So it's good. And it's almost like your first time and everything is a high to a narcissist. So new supply is a high to them. They're happy that they got it. It's like a goal, achievement, and accomplishment for them to get new supply. So this is why a narcissist will tell everybody about you, brag about you, and things like that. You know, because it's also a high, the chase of getting new supply. So this is why they would tell people, you know, and just like your first time on any drug or any alcohol you use, the first time is never the same. You know, this is why they say people who are drug addicts, they chasing that first high that they got, but nothing to be the same. You know, nothing to be the same as your first high or anything, you know. Nothing to be the same as your first time having sex, blase, blase, blase. So that's just it. Like, you know, I hope that was enough for you guys, information for you guys on this video. And everybody is subscribed to my new channel, Kevin Sullivan Live. There's a link, and it will be a link in the description box of this video. There's also a link to my new channel at the top of the home page of my channel. So subscribe, hit the notification there, so when I start going live there, you know, you'll be informed and know. That's just for the live channel, just to go live on, so I can just keep this regular content here, just like this, so you know everything is separated. Also, too, if you would like to donate, you could click the donate link in the description box of any video, and also at the top of my home page, there's a donating button. You could click to donate. So everybody, have a great day and stay narcissistic free.